Hi Charlie, welcome to the 77th day of my video polling experiment where I break down and analyze the LinkedIn poll that I posted last week and the close this morning. Now last week's poll question was inspired by a conversation that I had with some of my fellow finance students at my college, and that was whether, if they were given the opportunity of course, they would like to work on Wall Street. Now obviously there was a substantial amount of enthusiasm for this rather unlikely prospect among my fellow finance students, but I wanted to ask my LinkedIn poll voters as well if they would be willing to work on Wall Street if, of course, they were offered a job there. So the poll question was, would you like to work on Wall Street? And I clarified that it was in New York City. There were three answer choices: yes, no, and maybe. Now this poll got 89 votes, which is right in line with my average of about 80 to 85 votes per poll, and this is how the distribution broke down. 16% of these 89 voters said that yes, they would like to work on Wall Street, 67% of them said no, they would not like to work on Wall Street, and 17% of them said that they would maybe like to work on Wall Street. Now, I was initially a bit surprised that there was so little enthusiasm among my voters for working on Wall Street, considering that working as, say, a stockbroker on Wall Street is a very well-paying job. Not only is your salary probably 7 figures, which is more than enough to live on even in a very expensive city like New York City, but you can also get some pretty generous bonuses in the millions of dollars if you earn a lot of money for your firm, or if your trading group earns a lot of profit that way because you can get a bonus from that pool of profits that your team generated. But I suppose that most of my voters are probably not necessarily in the financial services world. They have other kinds of professional careers as chemists and engineers and programmers and such. So maybe for them, working on Wall Street is not the most appealing prospect. And of course, the stereotype is that working on Wall Street is kind of a dubious environment at times. Anyway, here's some statistics about how Wall Street is doing, at least how it was doing in 2024 when the market was significantly more bullish than it is right now. Wall Street was paid a record $47.5 billion in bonuses in 2024. The average Wall Street bonus was $244.7 thousand, 32% higher than in 2023. Due to a bull market, New York Stock Exchange firms saw their profits soar by 90% in 2024. New York City is home to 18% of the USA's securities traders, aka 201.5 thousand of these traders. Wall Street supports 1 in 11 New York City jobs, and New York State relies on Wall Street for 19% of its tax revenue. The S&P 500 is, however, down 3% since the start of 2025. Now, that figure has probably increased quite dramatically. I think at the moment the S&P 500 might actually be in the bull market, but in my defense, I did write down this particular statistic about a week ago when the market was a bit shaky, but certainly doing better than it is now. So the S&P 500 is down significantly more than 3% as of April 5th, 2025, when I'm filming this video. However, New York State and city budgets assume Wall Street bonuses will increase by 16% this year. Now, unless the stock market has some sort of miraculous recovery in the next 8 months, that seems a bit unlikely that bonuses are going to increase by 16% this year, because even traders are affected by market downturns because there are just less opportunities in the market to make those outsized profits that their bosses and their firms are looking for. So anyway, Charlie, I hope you enjoyed my little spiel about Wall Street trading. Not quite as dramatic as it's portrayed in, say, The Wolf of Wall Street, but I'm sure a lot of shenanigans happen on Wall Street as well. And just wanted to kind of give you an idea of how well Wall Street was doing last year and how unlikely it is that it will replicate this same outsized performance and exuberance this year, unless, of course, there's some sort of miracle that causes the economy to right itself in the next 8 months. So anyway, Charlie, before I go, I would like to show you this poll as it appears on LinkedIn, just to prove that I'm not making this distribution up. Here is the poll as it appears on LinkedIn. As you can see, it got 89 votes, and the overwhelmingly most popular answer choice was no, I would not like to work on Wall Street, with 67% of the votes. So I was definitely a bit in the minority when I said that yes, I would like to work on Wall Street. Will I ever be offered a job on Wall Street? highly unlikely, but if I was offered one, you know, why not give it a try? At least the pay is pretty good. Okay, Charlie, thank you so much for listening to my little Wall Street spiel, and stay tuned tomorrow for my 78th LinkedIn video poll analysis. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye.